Hello, everyone. My name is Randall, and I'm the Director of Admissions at the Delaware College of Art and Design. I wanted to thank you for taking the time to tune in as we discuss what DCAT is about, the programs that we offer, and how we can work with you to help you realize your potential as an artist or designer. We value dedication, creativity, accomplishment, and diversity. We offer a 2-year Associates of Fine Arts degree in either animation, illustration, graphic design, fine art, or photography. Your intensive studio work will be supported by our rigorous academic classes. You'll receive a firm foundation in art and design your first year. And by time you graduate, you'll have a portfolio of work that you can use to either transfer to complete your bachelor's or jumpstart your career. Our mission is to educate, empower, and challenge emerging artists and designers just like you. We engage and inspire in an inclusive and diverse creative community. DCAT is located in the heart of the Creative District in downtown Wilmington at 6th and Market. As you walk by, you'll see the Tony and Stuart B. Young Gallery on our first floor. That's a place for our staff and faculty to exhibit their work, for you to exhibit your work, as well as other traveling artists that come and exhibit. The floors above are all of our studio classes. It's great to know that everything that is DCAT is located in one centralized spot, so no worries about getting lost on campus. What I love about where Delaware itself is located is that we're right in the middle of all of these other cultural hotspots. So we're no more than 2 hours away from other vibrant creative communities such as New York City or DC. We're about an hour away from Philadelphia or Baltimore. But don't be afraid to look in your own backyard. Here in downtown Wilmington, there are over 17 other art and design galleries. What does this mean for you? It means that you can look at contemporary artwork and also find opportunities to exhibit. This is Liana Bacani, graduated in 2019 and transferred to Moore. When I visited DCAT, I instantly felt comfortable, immediately at ease talking to professors, and the work that I saw from the studio classes inspired me as well. Now, when you're thinking about what college to go to, especially art and design school, you need to think about that. Are there students there that look like me, act like me? Is there artwork that inspires me? And how am I going to be able to connect with my professors? And throughout this presentation, I'll show you how DCAT really makes meaningful steps towards making you the best artist that you can be. A typical studio class is about 4 hours long. You'll start with a critique at the beginning, you'll have an in-class assignment, and then it will end in a critique. This really gives you enough time to take a deep dive into learning things about value or about composition or about color theory. It really allows you to invest time in that work, but then also work closely with your professor to make sure that you are kind of getting what they're putting down. The gallery on our first floor is an opportunity for you to exhibit your work at least 3 times as a DCAT student. One each year for the student show, and then as you graduate, you'll have a graduation exhibition. This is great because it gives you the opportunity to add things to your CV, which is the artist version of a resume. So now that you have that under your belt, you can start shopping your work out to different places. Outside of the classroom, we have a vibrant community. We say that life is sweet at DCAT because of the way that we offer apartment-style housing. It's not your typical cinder block shoebox at other larger institutions. You have your own bedroom, bathroom, and studio space that you can share either with yourself in a single, with another person in a double, or with 2 other people in a triple. Our most common offering is a double. Located on the first floor is our dining hall. There's no starving artist at DCAT. As a resident student, you'll be a part of the meal plan, which covers every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, Monday through Friday, and then brunch and dinner on the weekends. We say that DCAT is small, smart, and spirited. Small. We have a close-knit, diverse, and inclusive creative community of just under 200 students. What this means is that our staff and faculty get to know you and your work. We have supportive faculty of professional artists. They are contemporaries in their fields. They are out there exhibiting work alongside of being educators at the college. This is important because you want to know the things that you're learning in class are things that are actually meaningful out there in 2020. Our student faculty ratio is 10-1. This ensures that your professor knows you, your learning style, and helps you maximize your potential as an artist and designer. We're smart. DCAT is accredited by NASAD and Middle States. What does accredited mean? It means that our curriculum is held to the highest standard. Because our students transfer, we keep the standard so that your credits can go with you anywhere. More of our students graduate on time. The average graduation rate at DCAT is 86%. So when you compare that to the 54%, we are really helping you along the way to make sure that you're graduating within that 2-year window. So both the lower cost of DCAT plus graduating on time is a good investment in your future, which means you graduate with less debt. And oh, how we are spirited. There's opportunities on campus for you to curate your own exhibitions, to initiate clubs, program activities. The clubs that we have right now are the Student Gallery Club. We have a Gay Straight Alliance, a Black Student Union. We have a horror film club. We have an anime club. We have an animation club. We have a yoga and wellness club. Because we're a 2-year school, they're constantly changing. So who knows by the time that you enroll. But all that you need is you and one other person, and we can make that club vision a reality. We have tons of traditions on campus. My most favorite is Spirit Week. No, it's not wear your pajamas to school day. We are centering and celebrating around Halloween. So we have costume contests, a spookeasy, pumpkin carving contests. I think Halloween is a great time for artists to flex their creative muscles and have some fun. And we really rally behind that idea. Outside of the fun activities, we also have support services that are designed to help you succeed in and outside of the classroom. From 504 plans to IEPs, to gender neutral housing, to allowing emotional support animals, DCAT is here to help you holistically as an art and design student and to help you navigate life through college. I chose DCAT because of the small, close-knit environment. Also, the opportunity for networking through internships was important to me. When Josh was a student, he was an intern at the Delaware Contemporary. Now he's a full-time education specialist there. The thing that you'll come to realize is the people that you're in class with in college then become part of your professional network so that you can lean on your graphic design friend to help you critique your website. You can lean on your fine artist friend to help you with your composition or your color theory. Once you establish a good network, you really help pave the way for future opportunities as a professional artist and designer. Your first year, regardless of what major you are, you'll take a foundation year. That foundation year consists of classes like drawing, 3D design, 4D design, 2D design. This helps lay the foundation of your artistic tool belt. So then as a graphic design major, when you're thinking about your color composition, you can think of your color theory course and say, maybe I should mix some complementary colors. When you're composing your next landscape photograph, you're going to look at your 2D class and think about the principles of composition. All of the things that you learn your first year are meant to help support and help you kind of sit in the back of your mind while you're planning the work that you're making. Now, remember when I said supported by rigorous liberal arts classes? About 30% of your time will be spent in liberal arts. What I love about our program is that it is super vibrant and creative. So one day you'll come into class and all the seats will be auditorium style. The next day that you come in, it'll be a giant circle. The next day, small groups. Our liberal arts program is meant to help you learn how to verbalize talking about artwork, talking about your own artwork, and talk about kind of the multicultural picture that is art and design. Things have definitely changed since the 1600s, and our liberal arts program is there to help you navigate that. We want to meet you wherever you are. We offer 5 majors. Up first, we have animation. Our animation program essentially helps you, teaches you, pushes you to learn how to make things move. So you start with a 2-dimensional shape, character, object, and you're learning all the principles of animation. You'll study character design and storyboarding so that you can map out what your animations are going to look like. You'll also get experience in not only 2D animation, but also 3D animation. Henry Thurlow, class of 2004, graduated from DCAT and transferred to Pratt. Then after that, he moved to Japan to become a full-time animator. Now you could imagine the struggles that could have happened as an American in a Japanese-dominated field, but he had the ability to start his own animation studio. He's worked on projects such as Super Jail, a music video for Kesha, Naruto. I would urge you to take a deeper look at his work on Instagram. His handle is below, Henry Thurlow Animator. Next is Fine Arts. Our Fine Arts program is like the foundation year, but on steroids. You're gonna take a deeper dive into your studio practice in drawing, sculpture, printmaking. As you kind of beef up your skills, you're also learning how to see the world and how to perceive. This helps you develop your creative voice, your opinion as a practicing studio artist. Kayla McGrath, class of 2006, graduated from DCAT and transferred to Tyler. Tyler is the art school branch of Temple University. She's now a full-time painter and jewelry designer based out of Alaska. Can you imagine that landscape and being inspired at a daily basis? To get more information or to see more examples of her work, I urge you to check her out on Instagram below at Lady of Long Lake. Graphic design. Graphic design is one of our more fast-paced majors that we have here because you're learning all about the industry that is graphic design. Of course, there's a strong focus on visual storytelling and typography, but you'll learn things such as product and packaging design. You'll learn some web development. Really, you're experiencing what life would be like as a professional graphic designer. And that's what I love. Courses are run a lot like a creative house, so you're getting that firsthand experience from our faculty. Will Ramirez, class of 2004, graduated from DCAT and transferred to Pratt. He was a designer at Milk, where he worked on projects for Netflix, and he's currently the head designer and illustrator at La Placa Cohen. To get more information about Will's work, I urge you to follow him on Instagram, willramirez.us. All right, illustration. Illustration is like if graphic design and fine arts had a baby, that would be illustration. So you're learning all of the kind of fundamentals of traditional processes. You know, you're learning how to use watercolor and gouache and pen and ink and scratchboard. But then you're also learning some 21st century techniques as well. So you're learning how to use Illustrator, Photoshop. So you're kind of blending both these traditional process and this more contemporary process together to make some really dynamic storytelling pieces. Mike Hinson, class of 2011, graduated from DCAT and transferred to Corcoran, where he's currently an illustrator at BuzzFeed. How cool, especially in today's climate, to be working from home and submitting your stuff electronically. I would urge you to check out his work. It's super fantastic. His Instagram handle is @HinsonMike. Last, we have photography. Now, our photography program is designed for you to get not only the visual, but also the technical skills of photography. You'll learn how to make that Instagram filter happen without even having to funnel it through. Of course, you'll focus on kind of your storytelling and what you want to say, but you'll explore that through black and white and through color. You'll also take studio lighting courses so that you can get both a professional practice alongside of a fine arts practice, so that you're truly a well-rounded photographer. Leah Beach, class of 2011, when she graduated DCAT, she started her creative career. She'd started the Global Dementia Project, where she traveled the world and photographed people that were undergoing their diagnosis of dementia. She used that portfolio to start or to apply for the UN AIDS campaign. Again, traveling the world, documenting people that are going through this disease. What I love about her approach to photography is that she's using her camera as a lens to a world that most people do not understand. It's her being able to elevate these stories that are meaningful to the population at large. She now runs a creative house in Lower Delaware. To see what Leah is up to, follow her on Instagram at Something Different Art. All right, seniors, it's time to get your app together. The first thing I'd say is experience DCAD. Being a part of this presentation is just one thing. I would invite you to follow us on Instagram, check out our virtual tour. Once we can return onto campus, I would love to give you a tour of the campus, have you sit in on a class, but I really want you to get a feeling for who we are. We do require a portfolio. We want to see 10 to 15 pieces of your best work. It can be of any medium, any style. We do recommend observational drawing, but that is not required. You can either schedule your review over Zoom with the admissions department. You can submit electronically online at slideroom.com, or we'll see you at National Portfolio Day. We also need an official copy of your high school transcripts. Those can be emailed or snail mailed directly to admissions. The first deadline that you want to keep on your radar is December 1st. That is our early action deadline. If you apply by December 1st, you will have your decision by January 1st. The other deadline to keep in mind is our scholarship deadline, and that's March 15th. What is merit-based scholarship, you might ask? That is free money that DCAD is investing in you to attend our college. By applying before March 15th, you are automatically considered for a merit-based scholarship. Alongside of that, we will request, if you're interested, to complete your FAFSA. That will let us know what kind of federal aid you may qualify for. We do have need-based aid available, but we would also welcome you to submit any other scholarships that you might receive from outside of DCAD. DCAD has been in the business of transferring students for over 20 years. We have what's called articulation agreements, where these are partnerships with colleges where we have a 2+2 agreement. 2 years with us, a seamless transfer to their institution, 2 years there, and then you graduate. One of the benefits, after 2 years at DCAD, you'll graduate with a credential, your Associates of Fine Arts. Then you can use that to either enter the workforce or transfer. When transferring to these other institutions, you'll find that you'll save a little bit of money. So that's why most of our students start with us first, our small community, our lower cost, and the ability to transfer to other larger institutions. You might be thinking, okay, 5 majors, but I want to be a game designer. Well, that's where you would start in animation. We're going to give you a firm foundation in animation that you can then use when you transfer to pursue your degree in game design. You'll find that careers out in the world are not as siloed as they used to be. You want to be a tattoo artist? Start in illustration. You want to become an app designer or a user experience designer? Start in graphic design. Really, there are tons of possibilities with just our 5 majors. The number one skill that all employers are looking for is creativity. I want you to take a look around you, even right now, the device that you're watching this on, the show you just watched on Netflix, all of those have been touched by an artist in some way or another. Now, some companies make sense to hire artists like Nickelodeon or Disney, but every company needs a creative, from the BBC, Bosch and Lomb. Really, there are tons of possibilities to really take your degree and pursue that anywhere you'd like. Whenever someone asks me to describe DCAD in one word, I always say without hesitation, family. And that comes from Aaliyah Pear, graduated from DCAD, transferred to Moore, where she was the creative and marketing director for Calvin Klein. I cannot express to you how much we care for our students and their success, and we try to support them in any way that we can. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me yammer on about what DCAT has to offer. I look forward to getting to know you and your work. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call. And I look forward to seeing you some other time. Take care.